Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russell de la Peña, and I wanted to share with you some cool stuff that I think that you're going to enjoy here today. If you're a wholesale real estate investor, or maybe you're a realtor, or maybe you're also into creative seller financing like I am. I'm going to show you today how to build a pretty fast but really good looking squeeze page to capture leads to build your buyer's list. And the concepts I'm going to share with you would work for building your seller list, and frankly, any other kind of list. Why do you want a list in the first place? You want a list because it allows you to follow up with people over time. I've had people from 7, 8 years ago contact me and do business with me because they were on my list and they had been getting emails from me for that long, and finally decided to reach out to me. I was like, man, what took you so long? But it's not when you're ready to do business, it's when people are ready to do business with you. And so what I want to share with you today is how to build a list. To me, guys, my list is my most valuable asset by far, because if Facebook decided to close down, or Twitter decided to close down, LinkedIn decided to close down, where I usually meet good folks like you, I would have my subscriber list still, right? I would still have that. That's traffic that I own when I capture leads. Facebook and LinkedIn, all those kinds of social media sites, is traffic I do not own, right? I don't own Facebook. I wish I did, but I don't. And so what I do is I capture email addresses, which is why you're probably watching this video, or maybe you're watching it at my blog, or whatever. And I want to connect with you so I can give you value, right? That's what I want to do. I want to give you cool stuff to where you're going, dude, that was awesome. Thanks, man. That's what I do with other folks too. Other folks that I learn from do the same thing with me, right? They're giving me great value. I follow them. I give them my email address, and then I buy their stuff. It's that simple. And for people that give me a bunch of garbage, I don't buy their stuff, right? I unsubscribe. So anyway, what I'm going to share with you is a company called Clickfunnels. If you haven't heard of them yet, you will. And it's a software company that has made the building of funnels, sales and marketing funnels, the process of taking somebody step by step through a sales process so you don't have to be face to face with them. They've taken this process and they've made it super easy for people. Clickfunnels. You can click a few things, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, and then you can have your own lead capture system, your own lead capture funnel. So they allowed me to just kind of create, if I want an opt-in funnel or a sales funnel, a webinar funnel, auto webinar funnel, membership sites for my affiliates, and some other cool stuff with pages that do some cool stuff. So if you're completely non-tech savvy, I'm going to share with you really how to use some pre-built templates, how to modify those templates and make them your own. There's one I kind of like right here. So I would just select this template here, and really with not a whole lot of work. Sure, it's going to take a little bit of skill, but boy, it's so worth it. Again, if you can build your own lead capture site. Now, if you're just not tech savvy at all, don't worry. I'll show you some cool ways to essentially get what I'm going to build right here without having to build anything. So this is what we've got. It's the main control right here, right? And so this is what I just selected as a template. So I'm going to come in here and modify that. And if you'll notice off to the right, I can actually do a split test of this. And I can do a total of 3 versions. Another one of these little things right here would pop up over here to the right. So I'd have 1, 2, and then 3 over here. 3 different versions that I can test of the same squeeze page, so I can squeeze people into it, right? So everybody's kind of out in Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, and they're all kind of floating out there reading content and all this kind of stuff. And there's all this marketing noise. And what I want to do is I want to bring them into my squeeze page so I can give them real value that's based off of what I do. You know, if they see that it's valuable, they'll want to learn more. That's what I'm hoping with you today. If you don't see value, then you'll disappear, right? I mean, that's fair. Nothing, no hard feelings with that at all. So let's dive in here, and I'm just gonna go kind of quickly. Don't worry about it. You can always pause and rewind, so to speak. Can you rewind? Do you rewind with these things? I don't know. You just kind of go back a little bit, and then I'm also going to show you how to get this without even building anything, without having to do anything. So for those of you who geek out like I do on this stuff, this is how you would build it. For those of you who don't want to geek out, I'll show you how to get that. No problem. Usually for a logo, I'm not. Usually, not all the time, but sometimes I'll just try to get rid of that because sometimes the temptation is to focus on your logo, like as if anybody really cares about your logo. I mean, that's kind of important, but what's really important is what's in it for me, right? When you arrive at a website, what you really care about is what's in it for me. So I'm going to do a headline right here. All right, so let's see, or bank loans. So here's kind of like a basic headline that I would do, and I come over here and I would just underline it, and let's see here. Obviously, you want to have a free report or something to give away, right? This is what we call a lead magnet. It's magnetizing leads. It's targeting people who want to know how to buy a rent-to-own home, or I could change that up and I could just be like, whoa, Owen Homes. Right? You know, it's kind of basically the formula here is that I'm giving something good, right? Something good plus something else that's good without something that's bad. You can kind of see how it's aligning here. And maybe I would do of... Right, if you're like me and really kind of like the luxury higher end deals, because frankly it's the same amount of work, but it's more money. So now I'm going to pretty this up a little bit, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go I'm going to make... Wait a minute, that's not what I want to do. I want to get this to have a little bit of depth to it. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow or a strong shadow. And now it kind of pops out a little bit better. This one needs to pop out a little bit better too. So I'm just going to come here. And let's see, what was that font? Oswald. Isn't that the same guy that killed JFK? All right, so let's see. Oswald. There we go. All right. So now, boom, that just changed, and then we're gonna make that pop out a little bit as well. So we're just gonna go mid shadow, and now it pops a little bit nicer. It defaulted to asking for the name. I'm not going to ask for the name because you'll lose about 75%. Ironically, you'll lose about 75% of the people that come to your website by asking for their more than their email address. It's too much of a commitment today. Man, people are just all against commitment today. What's up with that, right? All right, so I'm gonna do Oswald. Oh, we got Oswald on that already. I'm gonna get that to pop out a little bit too, so it just looks a little nicer. Text, shadow, bam. All right, so now it pops out a little bit nicer. And then of course you have copyrights. We're in 2017, so I would just change that, and you could put, you know, fill in this kind of stuff here. But this is pretty much it. This is let's see, your free list here, right? This is about the most you really need to do. You could leave this background here, and let's see, I'll talk to him later. And then, you know what? I'm going to add a cool background here that's related to homes. So if I go to YouTube right here, and let's say that I find some luxury homes, right? I would go to YouTube and I would just type in the keywords luxury homes, and it pulls up all these videos here. So these are some really nice homes, and these are like insane mansions and stuff, but you know, hey, that's what we're trying to do. So let's say I like this one right here. So I'm just going to let this Home Depot video go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that video here in the background. So you can see people are kind of jumping up and down, which is cool. You can always try that. As remember we talked about your split test would be, you know, this would be version 1, your control, but then you might add a background with houses on it, right? Which is what we're going to look at here, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy this link up here, and I'm going to add it in backgrounds. And let's see, we're going to do YouTube. How do I do that? We're going to go video on. I'm just going to drop it right here. It says YouTube URL right there. So I'm just going to drop it in here. And it's going to pop up in a minute, the background video now. Notice how it kind of went black there. I'm going to keep it on mute because I don't want the any music playing in the background. And then you can always loop it as well. Now, I believe I did look at this video earlier, and it's got a logo at the very end, which you may not want. So if I don't want the logo, all I would do is just do off, I believe, on that. And let's see what it does. So I'm saving it now. Let's say cash buyer, you know, whatever. We'll say that's what it is. We're gonna save it, and then when we do preview, this ought to pop up. Hopefully. Oh, you know what? I got the. I know what it is. All right, so I got this link up here, but if you get the share link, I think it's gonna be one or the other, and I don't know which one it is, but you would just grab this one here. So watch, it's gonna disappear. I just copy out of there, copy and cut, and I'm going to come back over here to background, and I'm going to replace it with the one I had there. So get rid of that one. I'm going to paste it in, and ta-da! So now I save it, and then I'm just going to refresh this one so it doesn't look ugly like that. And guess what we got? All right, so we got this beautiful background, and it's now got a video going on in the background. If I don't want the video, I can actually just find a place to pause it. And you know, it's talking about Barbados, so I would just come back here to background, and I would, let's try off. I just learned this technique. It was kind of cool. Again, opted into somebody else's list and learned it, and it was kind of cool. And I was like, awesome. I think the good folks on my list would like to see it as well. So let's see if that's saved the way I'm hoping it does. Awesome. So there you go. So I got this beautiful kitchen, and this kind of pops out here, and I'm saying get your free list of luxury rent-to-own homes. It took me about 15 minutes to build this, and it's a beautiful site that allows me to capture leads. Here's some of the key things, right? The key things that you want to take away is notice there's not a whole lot else for the person who arrives at this page to do. I don't have a bazillion different buttons for them to push in order to check out my information. I've got one thing for them to do, and that's give me their email address, right? That's it. And then they can send me the report. Oh, you know what? I got to change that too. You're probably thinking, dude, change the thing where it says free report. Let me change that for you real quick. So again, it took me about 15 minutes. I actually looked at the timer right now, and if you check it, you'll see it says my free homes. You'll see that that's how long it took. So 15 minutes to get a really cool looking squeeze page like that. And that's it. All right. So if you're completely lost and you have no idea what I just did, and you're going, man, I could barely turn on my computer, I'm going to give you a link that'll allow you to just download this thing done as it is. And you can actually just click on this part right here if you want to change it, right? If you're a realtor and you sell luxury homes and you don't want the rent to own part, you can just, delete that out. And you can put down here, you can put your own company name and all that kind of stuff. But the rest is pretty much done. And then you're just going to hook it up to your autoresponder. And I have other videos and stuff like that where you can learn how to do that. So you would just, again, if you're a realtor and you don't do rent to own, I don't know why you don't. You should. Most realtors have not been trained in it. I used to be a realtor with Keller Williams and Remax, and I was never trained in any kind of creative seller financing. So I don't blame you. Don't feel bad. I had no idea what that was until about 8 years ago. So you could delete this. You could get rid of this part too. And just kind of, if you sell luxury homes or any kind of homes, you can do that. You can also find ugly houses, right? I mean, I went to luxury homes here. You could find ugly homes. Just go here and, and you can see that you can find ugly homes. And then just put the video in like I did, and, you've got your squeeze page. But my tips here, again, keep it simple. Only ask for email. You'll get way more folks to opt in. And then connect this to your, I use Aweber. I'll give some links down below. Aweber is good. You can also use GetResponse or MailChimp, and then just connect this here. All right. And if you've got any needs for any kind of custom type stuff, let me know, and I'd be happy to help you out. All right. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next one.